What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Apocaflix Movies and a little news clip we got going on here. We're doing a lot of these lately, and because it was Comic-Con this weekend with a ton of Marvel news, the way this is happening is that we're releasing 2 a day for this week, focusing on each project that was announced at Marvel's SDCC panel. And so this topic of the video is going to be the Eternals, the first project that was announced on Saturday. And we're just going to kind of do an overview of it, run through some things, give our thoughts. And it's not just me today. I also have Jacob and Brian with me, and we're very, very excited about this. And so, real quick, just a little background on the panel and what was revealed. The release date was set officially for November 6th of next year, and so that'll be in 2020. And the official cast was announced, the main cast, which is Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kumail Nanjiani, Laura Ridloff, Brian T. Henry, Salma Hayek, Don Lee, and Leah McHugh. And we'll go over who they're playing in just a bit, but I'm going to get the guys' thoughts here a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit. I mean, we reacted pretty quickly, Brian and I, because we were together and we saw it, but...
we were at Comic-Con.
Well, we were there, but we weren't at the panel. But Jacob, I mean, you saw this news, man. What were your first thoughts on the Eternals?
So, this is the one Marvel movie where I'm totally don't know anything about.
Fresh.
What's coming. Even when Guardians came out, by the time it came out, I had researched and watched animated stuff, and I learned a lot about the Guardians before it came out. This I'm completely blank on. I don't know anything about the Eternals other than their connections to Thanos and all that stuff. So I'm very fresh going into this.
For those that don't know, I've been trying to research as much as I can about it. They're essentially an alien race sent by the Celestials to protect Earth from the Deviants, which are essentially Eternals that were messed up, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is, i.e.
So, and I like this because most of the time, I kind of know what to expect from Marvel most of the time. This is going to be something totally different, and I was asking you guys, did they announce when it takes place? They didn't.
No.
I think it's going to take place hundreds of years
in the
ago.
past, yeah.
I think it's going to span a very long time.
I would love it if they're just, pre-United States era, just something. That would be
interesting.
That would be, or even whatever, the 1800s, that's fine with me. But if you do, what if they were involved in some,
super
classic
battle
war or something?
Well, see, that's the thing. They're in the comic books and stuff. They're known
because
to get
if
involved
they've been on Earth
things.
during this whole time, that doesn't make any sense. Which we have to say about a lot of characters, like Captain Marvel, and they solved that. So.
Maybe they're able to see the future somehow, and they have to protect it until the Avengers arrive.
That's possible.
Something along that lines.
Yeah. And once Captain Marvel shows up, they're good to leave.
Exactly. Or when S.H.I.E.L.D.
or maybe when Captain America.
When Captain America arrived in World War II. Real quick, though, before we dive in a little bit more, let's run through these characters and who they're playing exactly. Angelina Jolie is playing Thena. Richard Madden is playing Icarus, who was believed to be the leader, but isn't in fact the leader in this film.
Shocking.
Kumail Nanjiani is playing Kingo. Laura Ridloff is playing Makari and is going to be the first deaf character to be portrayed in an MCU film. Brian T. Henry is playing Phastos. Salma Hayek is the leader, and she is playing Ajak, which I believe is a gender swap.
It is.
Don Lee Gilgamesh, and Leah McHugh is playing Sprite, which is also a gender swap. And so they're doing some really cool things with this, and it's a very diverse, different cast. It's a collective of characters and actors who have probably never worked before. And, I mean, whoever would have thought we would have seen Kumail Nanjiani in a Marvel film, or Angelina Jolie for that matter as well.
It's funny because his character is a samurai.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
That's so cool, because you would never think that he's going to be that.
Like you said, 3 of those characters are gender swapped. So they're really kind of... I think they're going to put spins that aren't similar to the comic books.
Oh, 100%.
Into this.
100%.
This one, I feel like... This one is probably going to be the most geared towards the MCU than the comic books.
Well, it's not the first film to come out in Phase 4 but it's the first film to come out in Phase 4 that's almost in a way a new start because Black Widow is a prequel.
Yeah.
It takes place in the past. This is like the Eternals is officially the new beginning of the MCU going forward, and it's going to play off of what
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Well, yes, but that plays with characters and that we know already.
This is the first new movie with new characters,
and this plays off of what they're doing with Phase 4 and how different it is. And so I think this is a great choice to do it because it's going to reinterest people, but also have people wondering, like, okay, what are they going to do now? If they kill this one out of the park, like knock it out of the park, I mean...
Yeah, I'm just excited because it's something new for me as a Marvel fan, and the cast is just so different, all like compared to each other. It's such a diverse cast as far as race and gender go and everything. It's such an amazing cast, and then also, I honestly think that either this movie's going to take place decades ago, hundreds of years ago, pre-Captain America, or it's going to take place modern day right now. Like, they actually get sent to Earth right now after Spider-Man Far From Home. And that all takes place then.
Didn't Feige say they've been on Earth for thousands
Did
of
he
hundreds?
say that?
Yeah, I think he said that they've been on Earth for hundreds of years.
Yes, but these characters could be just sent to Earth. What if there's a rotation of characters? Like maybe they're swapping out, like the old guards coming out, new guards going in.
Either way, I'm cool with the 200-year prequel, to be honest.
The only thing that makes me think that it won't be is because a lot of these characters, they're drawn from mythologies that have been brought throughout the world. Like Ajax.
Gilgamesh is Greek myth.
Yeah. Athena.
I think Greek.
Athena
might be
is
wrong on that, but it's a myth.
Athena is supposed to be Athena, the daughter of Zeus. Ajax is a Mexican, like Aztecian god. So it makes me think that these
just like Thor is from Norse mythology.
Yeah, so that's what makes me think that these are gonna just be like characters that maybe people have seen them during the past and
Thor
worshipped.
probably knows about them.
Maybe.
I mean, if you had a
Thor is the most knowledgeable.
If you had a movie that took place 200 years ago, Thor could be in it, which is crazy to think. Not that saying he would, but he could.
What did he say?
He's
1,500 years old. Yeah. So no, I mean it's gonna be interesting if they are gonna play off of the mythology, the god mythology. I would probably rule out thousands of years, but I would not rule out hundreds of years.
Yeah,
they could easily go 400 years in the past because these mythologies have been going on for so long, centuries, and it'd be very, very cool. And I. As you both mentioned, I mean, with historical events, I think that's definitely going to play a factor as well.
I just think that would be dope to think that, like, maybe people in the past have seen them do something that saved them.
Yeah, they're like
created these gods characters around them.
They're like a Bigfoot style story, right? People have seen them, but they don't know if they exist, like type of thing.
I think that would be so freaking cool to kind of think of it that way, and who knows?
So none of these characters are Thanos' father, right?
No, none of them. Thanos is technically considered a deviant, which
are the bad people that technically they're protecting him from.
So
that's why people have been saying from the very beginning that we could be seeing Thanos' origin in this film.
Interesting.
So before we get out of here, real quick, I did want to mention because I just read this that I didn't mention. But Lauren Ridloff is actually deaf herself, and so she's going to be portraying a deaf character, and she's also a deaf actress, which is very, very cool. But any last thoughts on the Eternals before we get out of here?
I think this is the Avengers movie of Phase 4.
Interesting.
They don't have one, and I think this will be the team.
Unless they're not done announcing Phase 4.
Well, no, Kevin Feige said that there's a reason why there's no Avengers-style movie in Phase 4.
That's why.
And we'll get to that in a later video.
Yeah.
We're going to do that on... I'll reveal it now, and we're bringing back a comic book show to Apocaflix Movies, and we will be touching on that show. None other than Brian Avalosino is going to be hosting that show going forward. We'll reveal the title later on. You guys may have gotten a sneak peek at it somewhere around the channel. You just have to look for it. But there's our conversation on the Eternals, the new Marvel film that has been released, revealed via San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend, and as you can tell, we're very excited about it. Lots of things to know and dive into. And this is a la Guardians of the Galaxy a few years ago, where we had nothing really to go off of, and we're very excited to learn about it. And so make sure you stay tuned here to Apocaflix, not just for these type of videos, but also our comic book show that will be coming back this week. We're going to be diving much more into the Marvel stuff on that show and beyond in the future, because it does come out early next year, or late next year, excuse me, and which means a lot of news will be coming from that as well. So for Brian, for Jacob, for myself, thank you for joining us on this episode of Apocaflix Movies, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix Movies, click this video up here. You want something a little bit different? Check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix Movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.